Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjan-shalakaya Chakshurum-litam yena tasmai Shri Gurve Namaha. Gurve Gaurachandraya Radhikaya Stadalaye Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadbhaktaya Namo Namah. Samsara Dukha Jaladasya Patitasya Kama Krodad Nakramakra Kavali Kritasya Turvasnasya Nigritasya Nirashayasya Chaitanya Chandramabadehi Padahunam. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopikanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchan Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Bhaktya Vihinaya Parada Lakshai Shiptasya Kamadi Taranga Madde Kripamai Tam Sharanam Prapanna Vrinde Namaste Charanarvindam. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shiva Sadi Gaur Bhakta-vrinda. Bolo. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. One more time. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hari Bol. So in continuation with hearing Shimana Shiksha, prior to I say something, the next generation is getting ready for preaching. Huh? We are getting old and don't know when we're going to die. I'm going to die. But the new generation is getting ready for preaching. And when I say new generation means we have 3 pure devotees here. And they know so many shlokas. They are so well versed and they know so many scriptures. So first of all, I invite Braj and Rupa Prabhu come forward and recite some verses so that we all can hear. And then Prithu will speak after you both. Come this side. Prithu, come this side. Okay, go ahead. Give mic. Loud.
All glory to the Shri Krishna Sankirtan, which proclaims the heart of all of us, human and many years, and extinguishes the fire of material life with repeated birth and death. This Sankirtan movement is the prime benediction for all humanity at large because it spreads the rays of the benediction moon. It is the life of all transcendental knowledge which increases the ocean of transcendental bliss and enables us to fully taste the nectar which have always been anxious. Namakari Bahodani Dasarva Shaktis Tacha Pitani Amitasmanana Kala Yatadrashita Vikipa Bhagavan Mamapi Dordaiva Medrishami Hajani Nanuragaha. All glory to O Lord, your holy name alone can render all benediction to all living beings. Thus you have hundreds of millions of names such as Krishna or Govinda. In these transcendental names you have invested all your transcendental energies. They are not even hard or fast rule for chanting these names. And you, out of kindness, you enable us to easily approach you by chanting these names. But I'm so unfortunate that I have no attraction to these names.
Give mic to him.
One must be think himself lower than a blade of grass and be more tolerant than a tree, and give all due respect to others and expect no respect for himself. Is qualified to chant the Lord's name constantly. सुंदरम कविता वाजगदीश गामड़े जन्मनि जन्मनीश्वरे भक्ताय भक्ति. O Lord, I did not desire wealth, nor followers, nor the beautiful promises of Vedas. All I desire is that I will serve you birth after birth. Ainanda tanujikin karam patitam vajatam devalandriya kripayatava padapakajam stitaduli sadisham vishintya. O Lord, I am your eternal servant birth after birth, but yet somehow I have fallen down into this ocean of material birth and death. Please pick me up from this ocean of death and place me as one of the atoms at your Lord's feet. Nainam galada shudarayam badadam gadgadaradaraya bulakani chitam vapokadata vinamgahanena kavishiti. O Govinda, separation from you even a moment seems like millennium for me.
Yugaitam nimeshena
Yugaitam nimeshena chakshashapa
pravashitam.
Privashitam Shinaitam Jagat Sarva Govinda Vidaraname. O Lord, separation from you seems like millennium to me, and my eyes like rain from rain clouds, and this world seems void to me. So, Yata tata pabita tu lampato ma prana nata sisa eva napara.
Huh?
May you trample me or may you voice me, but let him pierce the deepest corner of my heart but not be present before me. He is still my Lord birth after birth.
Why so shaky? Just relax. Done?
Yes.
And Prahlad Maharaj?
Satyam nitapitya bhajitam vyaptam chabhutesh ekilesha chatmanan. Aditya Vajutarupa Svambe Sabhuyatam Mrigam Manahusham.
Very good. Clapping. Okay. Prithu Maharaj. Mic is big then. Can you stand up? Yes. Speak.
Hey
Krishna Gadu, what? Kamasantu, Tinam Pantu, Sakatpate, Kopis Kopi, Kopi Kanta, Alakanta, Namostude, Tapta Kansan Konti, Adefin Tavan, Nintavan Nashede,
Vishabhanu.
Pisapanu, Sudedevi, Panaavi IPA.
Very good. और कौन सा? वृंदाय तुलसी.
Vindai Tulsi Devai Pyai Kechava Krishna Bhakti Prade Devi Shatapate Namo Namaha.
Shri Krishna Chaitanya.
Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Gaur Bhakta Vrinda.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare.
Chant.
Hare Krishna.
No.
Chant.
Chant the holy names. Life will be shared.
Yes.
So.
Serve your Guru.
Serve your Guru Dev. Maya. Go
Go away.
away.
Very good. Narayani? बोलेगी?
Narayan,
Come.
Sansar.
Come.
Samsaradava nalalidalo loka Pranaya karunya gana वन्दे गुरो श्रीचरणरविन्दं महाप्रभो कीर्तन नित्यगीता वदत्यमाद्यान्मरसुनसेन रोमाञ्चकं पशु तरङ्गबाजो वन्दे गुरो श्रीचरणरविन्दं श्रीविग्रहाराधन नित्यनाना शृङ्गारतन्मन्दिरमजनादो युक्तस्य भक्तश्चयनुञ्जतोऽपि वन्दे गुरो श्रीचरणरविन्दम्
चतुर्विदाशी
भगवत्प्रसादो स्वदनत्रेत्रान् हरिभक्तसङ्गम् तत्रैव तृप्तान् भजत सद्वैव वन्दे गुरो श्रीचरणरविन्दम् क्षीरादिका माधवयोरपारा माधुर्यलीला गुणरूपनाम्नां प्रतीक्षणा स्वदनललुपस्य वन्दे गुरो श्रीचरणरविन्दं निखञ्जयो रतिकेलिसेद्यै ज्ञान्यालिभिर्युक्तिरपेक्षणीया रतति दक्षात् अतिवलभस्य वन्दे गुरो श्रीचरणरविन्दम्
Okay. Hari Bol Narayan. Saran Prabhu, your turn. From small to big. Grandfather, grandsire, Sadanand Prabhu. Do you like to speak something? Few words? Give mic to Sadanand.
Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Goswami Padaya Srimad Govinda Swami Nijanami Vanchakata Prabhu
You come here.
Kripa Sindhu Vegacha
You don't understand my gestures.
Bhavantyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. So I was thinking, one thing we all have in common, we have a thirst for knowing God, the Supreme Person. We've come from different backgrounds, but we were very fortunate to come into this Sangha, to come into this devotional line, where we have more information about the Supreme Lord than found in any religion, found in any spiritual society, in any spiritual writings, in any mystic writings. Ishvara, Rama Krishna, Sachidananda Vigraha, Anadi Adi Govinda, Sava, Karana Karana. That Krishna is the Supreme Lord. He is the cause of all causes. He has no other origin. And He is the cause of all causes. Then how do we get to Him? So this is something that we are trying to practice in our devotional community. We are trying to understand what is Varnashram Dharma. We want to be separate from this materialistic Western society. The real essence of it is Bhagavad Dhamma, in where the Supreme Lord is the goal of all of our activities. And by surrendering unto Him, we will be able to understand Him progressively. Daivi Hesha Gunamai Mama Maya Duratyaya Mam Evaya Prapadyante Mayam Etam Tiranditi. So, like Srila Prabhupada says, an engineer who makes a machine or some equipment can write a manual about it, of how to use it. So the Supreme Lord, Ishvara, creates this material world, and He is protected by His illusory energy that keeps the living entity away from Him. So that has to be pierced. And He says it is possible, but it is difficult to do so. Duratyaya, Daivi Hesha. So these energies that we are subjected to, they are divine energies. So we are dealing with divinity at every step in our life. even in this material world, we are dealing with the three modes of material nature. They are divine energies. And Duracharya, they are very difficult to overcome. So, Prapatyanti is the surrender to Krishna. But, Krishna says, by surrender unto me, Tarantiti, so one can overcome them, these energies. And Srila Prabhupada emphasizes by adding the word easily to it. I was looking at the Sanskrit and I don't know where the word easily is in the Sanskrit of this particular verse. But Srila Prabhupada added it for emphasis. Like a teacher encourages a student. So for emphasis, of the overcoming of this illusory energy, the word easily is added by Srila Prabhupada in the translation. So by surrender to Krishna, we can easily overcome it. Now, how is that surrendering? It is by body, mind, and words. And the qualification of the devotee is the seriousness, the straight forward. We cannot be crooked. The process is given. It is made very simple. Regulative principles are established. Like at initiation, we say, okay, no meat eating, no illicit sex, no gambling, no intoxication. But Maya is very powerful, and if we are not very careful, then we will slip. So we have to be always in the association of devotees. So the mind does not give any justification to slip. Also, we have to be very analytical and take directions from devotees. So, on one hand, it seems easy. The body, okay, we can surrender the body. But if the mind is not surrendered, where do we go? So, everyone has a particular comfort zone. We are in a particular comfort zone. We say, okay, I need this, at least I need that. So, but also that comfort zone, ultimately, we have to renounce it. Now, all of this is not a mental exercise or activity. It is a divine process. In the divine process, the divine means, or the holy name, is the means of being able to overcome it. So for that, the emphasis in this day and age, the means to actually get to where we want to go, to meet the Lord of our heart, is the holy name. So we have to be very sincere in chanting. This chanting is the means of realization in this age. We may practice different mental exercises, trying to understand how I'm not this body. We give examples. When someone leaves their body, what has left is the consciousness, a very fine, subtle energy. But all of these contemplation of self-realization do not touch Krishna consciousness. Krishna consciousness is in relation with Krishna. It is far beyond any practices and contemplation of self-realization. Or we may say it is the actual self-realization. By seeing Krishna, we will actually be able to see ourselves. It is kind of a mystical thing that Krishna has created, that we cannot see ourselves. And in a mirror we can see. And even Krishna himself, he place with this, but of course Krishna can see himself, but can he really? So he sees himself all of a sudden in the reflection, say, of a marble pillar. And becomes fascinated. Wow, who is that personality that I'm seeing? But it is him. But he can do everything, right? So he could always see himself. But he sees himself through the eyes of the devotees. And in return, the devotees see Krishna with their eyes. And then it is said, when we finally come to that goal of seeing and realizing Krishna, then we can actually understand ourselves. This process leads us to the ultimate form of prema, of pure love. And
Someone to say something?
I just like to hear.
Vishnu
That's
Jangu,
for me.
please, 2 words, 3 words.
Hare Krishna.
There's only 2. Radhakant?
Three
Bolo na.
words next now.
Put it straight first.
This one.
Huh? Before it was good. Yes.
Okay.
Flip it. 1, 2, 3 from the beginning. 3. Yes. Good. Hare Krishna. So we saw the next generation is ready for preaching. They're learning so good, so well. We just heard Sadhana Prabhu describing about comfort zone. Recently I spoke on this. Unless we are in comfort zone, we can't progress in our bhakti. The comfort zone is making us lazy. So much restlessness is required. That means the comfort zone have to be given up. I gave one example. It was in one podcast. 2 parrots born from the same mother was purchased by a wealthy person, billionaire, trillionaire. And he was very fond of keeping these parrots as pets. And one of the parrot, let's say parrot A, he know very well how to fly. So he was flying over. He was everywhere in the garden, in the house. And the owner, he was very happy to see. But he was worried for the parrot B, the second one. He was not flying. And he was very worried and sad. He tried all means to make that parrot fly over. But thinking he's disabled made him sad, and finally he was going into depression just because of parrot. Even while in his office, he can't focus on his work. Meeting his friends, he's only speaking about parrots. So he was totally obsessed with that. He started hiring professionals, trainers, giving them so much money, $100,000s of dollars. All these professionals, trainers, they came and they tried all their skills, and everything was failure. That made him more depressed. Even after spending so much money, hiring professionals. That means my other parrot is disabled. And he used to see them as their children. You know? Many people, they are attached to their pets, cats and dogs, and also birds. So he was over attached. Once upon a time, he was in office and looked so sad. His friend came, a business friend, say, "Hey, what's happening? I'm seeing and I'm hearing you're very sad for many days. What's wrong with you? His business is okay?" He said, "Yeah, business is good. What's the problem?" It's a family problem. "What family problem?" Then he said, "One of my parrot, I think it's disabled. It's not flying. And I hired so many people, but it's not working out." Hey, that's very simple. I can make your parrot fly. I know one gardener, my gardener, he's very expert in birds. I will send him tomorrow. He's going to help you out. He said, no. I hired the best person, the best trainer, who even know the language of the birds. I spent so many dollars. If a professional cannot do, how a gardener, ordinary person can do? No, don't worry. I'm sending you tomorrow. The next day, the gardener came. He said, "Hello, sir. I heard you some issues at home. I heard about parrot's story." He said, "Yes." "Where's that parrot?" He said, "See, just sitting there." And I tried to scare him. I tried to give affection to him, bribe with some food. Nothing is working out. I hired so many professionals. Nothing is working out. He said, "Sir, don't worry. I'll make him fly in 5 minutes." He said, "If you can do this, I will sign $1 million check for you." "Oh, don't worry about money, sir." And he took that parrot in his hands. It was blinking. And winking also. So he put parrot on one branch of a tree. Okay? And the owner is looking through the window. What trick he's applying? So parrot is on the branch of a tree. And he took one axe and he chopped off the branch. And the parrot started flying. He was shocked. "Oh, my parrot flying. My parrot flying." Then he called upon the gardener. "Come here. What was that trick?" He said, "Sir, that trick is so easy. You made your parrot so pampered and made him always in a comfort zone. And he was very comfortable in his comfort zone. What I did, I broke his comfort zone. So the moment the comfort zone is broken, one has to survive." And he started flying. Without any money, without any bribe, nothing. Understand? And he said, "I can send you a check." He said, "No, sir, free of cost." This is not my profession. I'm just here to help you out. So anytime in life you need anything, please come to me. And now he's seeing both parrots flying in the courtyard, in the garden. So what is the lesson from this story? When we always think we are in comfort zone, we feel lazy, crazy. The moment the comfort zone is given up or broken by Krishna, then what happens? Restless, weeping, crying in separation from Krishna. So what is better? To remain in comfort zone or to come out from the comfort zone? What is better? One who is serious candidate will always seek to get out from the comfort zone. If he really sincere candidate who wants to attain Raganuga Bhakti. Understand? Raganuga Bhakti, as we discussed yesterday, is all about restlessness. Krishna being the center of that restlessness, longing for Krishna. In very bhaktas, it is not seen. But those who are practicing Raganuga Bhakti, this is a common factor in them. A common factor. The longing for Krishna. And many times Krishna creates such situations and is taking away all the comfort zones. So don't feel worried about this. My car is gone, my house is gone, my family is gone. I'm alone in this world. Yes, this is what Krishna wants. You pray Krishna every day. And if he's doing some operation, then why are you screaming? If he's doing some operation on me, I'm not supposed to shout and scream and accept what he decides for me. What will I do? What I'm supposed to do? Weep and cry and chant, calling out Krishna. Otherwise, it's difficult to weep and cry for Krishna. But he's creating a situation. Then we're crying for the situation, but Krishna is so compassionate, he's taking this as the person is crying for me. Understand? I'm looking for a car, just one example. BMW. Just Sadan Prabhu said, body, mind, words, BMW. If I'm looking for a car, and I got a car, but somebody stole that car. I have no insurance, nothing. Now I'm weeping, crying, Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare. So I'm weeping for my car. But because I'm calling out the name of Krishna, He's so compassionate. And Mahaprabhu is so compassionate. They take it as personal. The holy name takes as personal issue. Or this person is crying, calling out my name. Whereas I'm crying for something else. Understand? And when this happens, then bhakti enhances. One get condensed, or we can say escalation in that Raganuga Bhakti, which is of, in Manushiksha described, Rag Bhakti cannot be attained without residence in Braj. So no hope for us. I'm in Texas. You're also in Texas. And clearly saying Raganuga Bhakti, the Rag Bhakti cannot be attained without residence in Braj. I'm not in Braj. Yes?
What about Mayapur or Jagannath?
Braj means Mayapur and Jagannath Puri also. So when we say Braj, that also applies to Mayapur. But a good question. Got my point? Good. When we say Braj, Braj also means Mayapur, because Mayapur is not different from Braj. Yeah? So Raganuga Bhakti cannot be attained without a residence in Braj. That's like a thunderbolt on us. Then what to do? What's the option? If one cannot reside there physically, important is to reside, Gurudev used to say in Braj, New Bajar festival, you all should reside in Braj. But if you can't reside physically in Braj, then what's the second option? Reside mentally and get mental in Braj. But is mind so favorable to us that can always reside in Braj? No. Mind is not even thinking of Braj. Mind is thinking some other aspects. And mind is always thinking about enjoyments. That's the nature of mind. One time a devotee came to Srila Bhaktivedanta Bharati Goswami Maharaj. Maharaj, my mind is so flickering, so restless. Then Srila Maharaj immediately answered, said, If mind is not flickering and not restless, then what is the function of mind? The nature of mind is this. Then it's not mind. If mind is not flickering in nature. But we have to practice and learn how to tame that mind. That's the art of sadhana. So, Tishtan Braje Tadunatano, what is that verse? Tishte Braje Tadanuragi Jananugami Kayanam. I'm forgetting, you know better than me. From where it starts? Tam Nam Roop Charitadi. Loud, na? Sukritanusmrityo Kramena Rasni Manasi Niyojaya Tishtan Braje Tadunuragi Jananugami. What is the meaning? Tishtan Braje Tadunuragi Jananugami. What is the meaning? To reside. Tishte Brajanuragi. To reside with those who have attachment for Braj. And that means attachment for the pastimes of Braj. So one cannot attain Rag Bhakti unless one reside in Braj. Now this is art. In our daily practices, we can reside in Braj too. It's all about, he said, mental practice. Mental practice. While chanting mantras, while chanting Harinam, with mind we can go to Braj. We can go to Jamuna, Rup Goswami Samadhi, Radha Damodar Temple, Radha Raman Temple, Radha Gokulanand Temple. Who can stop you? With mind, can go to Giraj Govardhan, and to Barsana, Nandagaon. And then, hearing this peacock chanting ke, all day. It's stimulating what? I'm in Braj Vrindavan. Every day I think like this when I'm here. Then walk further down, then you see cows and bull. Are also bulls there in Braj or just cows?
Bulls too.
If there is no bull, how the cows getting calves? And Shiji Goswami described in Shri Gopal Champu, when Uddhav, when he was sent by Krishna to Braj, when Uddhav came to Braj, what he saw at the first sight, the Braj Mandal is too prosperous, is very prosperous. And what was the sign of that prosperity? The birds are chirping, the fruits and flowers on the trees. But when Uddhav saw a special scene, two bulls are fighting to get a cow. This was the vision Uddhav had. Two bulls are fighting for a cow. That means everything is nice. There's no issues, there's no problem. The Braj is prosperous. This is the meaning of that two bulls fighting. You know? But immediately after, a moment after, he saw a different scene. It's just like a, curtain being raised by the director. In the stage performance, there are many different backdrops, curtains. So one curtain comes with a mountain, the other curtain comes with a river, a forest. And the person who's the coordinator is just lifting the curtain. And immediately when Uddhav saw this, the Braj is prosperous, then why Krishna sent me here? In one moment, the curtain was opened. And then he saw actual Braj. The trees were dry. Birds are crying, sitting on the tree. Tears falling from their eyes. No bull fighting. No bulls fighting. Cows not grazing grass, calves not drinking milk. And there's totally like a lockdown. There's no one in the streets. And Uddhav want to reach to Nand Maharaj, the father of Krishna, to greet him, to meet him. But he's not finding anyone. This is unusual in India. If you're in Houston, Austin, if you go around walking neighborhood, it's like no one lives here. It's like ghost town. Yeah, I was telling you other day. You don't see anyone there. It's so quiet. This is what happens here. But if you go to India, even midnight you see so many people on the streets. But in Braj it's unusual. No one is seen. All streets, everything is just empty. Then by chance Uddhav saw a person. Oh, excuse me. Where is the palace of Nand Maharaj? And he's looking. Are you new in Braj? Yes. Okay. So you not familiar with the route to palace to Nand Maharaj? Not at all. I'm Braj. I'm new. I just told I'm new. Don't worry. Just follow this drain. You know, there's a drain. Just follow the drain. Where it's ending, there's the palace of Nand Maharaj. And Uddhav's wondering, what is this drain about? Don't do this. Huh? What is the drain about? Then he asked, what do you mean by this? He said, oh, because you are new, you don't know. Actually, since Krishna left Gokul, Braj, all Brajvasis, especially Yashoda Maiya and Nand Maharaj, they weep and cry all day and night. So many tears falls from their eyes. And because those tears, a stream of tears flows like this. So it's very easy to locate the palace of Nand Maharaj. This is Braj. Prosperous, but simultaneously in separation. Two dimensions, two domains in Braj. Meeting and separation. So Tishte Brajanuragi Tadanugami. The first option is to reside physically in Braj. Second option is to reside with mind, which is also difficult. But then third option is better. Shri Mahaprabhu said, Jekhane Sadhugan Sekhane Vrindavan. Jai Sthane Vaishnogan, Sai Sthan Vrindavan, Sai Sthan Ananda Vishesh. Where the Vaishnavas, means the pure devotees of Mahaprabhu reside, that is Vrindavan. If Shri Gurudev is coming to New Braj, he is installing Giriraj Govardhan. Seeing a small tiny hill, Gurudev is thinking this is Giriraj. So imposing this is Giriraj Govardhan. And that's Radhakund Shamkund. That's Jamuna. Because Mahaprabhu was also like this. Mahaprabhu saw in Jagannath Puri. He is in Jagannath Puri. He saw the hill of sand dunes. And Mahaprabhu said, oh, it's Giriraj Govardhan. And Mahaprabhu is running to embrace the hill of sand dunes there. He's seeing ocean. He's saying, oh, Kalindi is flowing. Jamuna is flowing. This is a vision of Mahaprabhu. And similarly, vision of the followers of Mahaprabhu. So if we say just physical presence in Vrindavan is called Brajvas, means residing in Braj, then Shri Sarup Damodar Goswami, who is the right hand of Mahaprabhu, who is Lalita Sakhi in Braj Leela, Shri Sarup Damodar Goswami, he never ever stepped once in his lifetime, not even one time in his lifetime in Braj. Understand? But Sarup Damodar Goswami is addressed by devotees as he is Brajavasi. in Chaitanya Charitamrita. He is Brajvasi, even though he never ever, even one time, stepped in Vrindavan. How he can be Brajvasi then? Not about physical presence, but about his seva and his absorption, the mood of Vrindavan. Because what Swarup Damodar Goswami is doing? Enhancing the emotions and moods of Mahaprabhu while Mahaprabhu was residing in Gambhira. ए मात्र दिने दिने स्वरूप रामानंद सने निज भाव कोरे न विदित भारे विषय ज्वाला होय भीतरे आनंदमय कृष्ण प्रेम अद्भुत चरित्र. Shri Swarup Damodar Goswami singing songs of Kalidas, Chandidas, the poets prior to Mahaprabhu, who composed a beautiful poems, poetry describing the pastimes of Radha and Krishna. And they used to reside. And also Swarup Damodar Goswami Ramanand Rai is reciting Geet Govinda by Jayadev Goswami. And Mahaprabhu is tasting and relishing this. And is crying and weeping. Mahaprabhu, crying and weeping. Then Govinda Prabhu used to come and say, why these two personality comes and make my Mahaprabhu cry? So, Brajavasi. Shri Swarup Damodar Goswami is Brajavasi. And also Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur said, God Braje Bhed na dekhivo hoibo Brajavasi. Who can become Brajvasi? One who don't see any difference between Gaur Mandal and Braj Mandal. Gaur Mandal means where Mahaprabhu enacted his pastimes. And Braj Mandal is where Krishna. So what is the difference between Mahaprabhu and Krishna? Any difference? They are same. Who is Mahaprabhu? Mahaprabhu is Krishna. Then what is the difference? The only difference is Krishna is embodiment of sweetness and exhibiting Madhure Bhav. And Mahaprabhu is embodiment of Audare. Audare means is very magnanimous, generous. So Audare Dham and Madhure Dham. Our acharyas, our Guru Vargas, they have two forms. In one form they are in Braj, serving Radha and Krishna. In another form they are associate of Mahaprabhu and assisting him in his Sankirtan. Where? In Shwetadip. Braj Mandal, Golok Vrindavan and Shwetadip. Parallel to each other. So they are in two forms. And simultaneously they also descend as Acharya, third form. How is that possible? Inconceivable. In three forms. When they are in material world, they are preaching, making everyone devotees, the followers of Mahaprabhu. In Shwetadip, Gurudev as associate of Mahaprabhu, serving him there. As a Raman Manjari, a maid servant of Radharani, Srila Gurudev is serving Radharani in Golok Vrindavan. Three forms. This is how it works. Shwetadip and Golok Vrindavan together. So God Braje Bhed na dehivo. One who is seeing difference between Gaur Mandal and Braj Mandal cannot reside in Braj. But one who sees no difference between Gaur Mandal and Braj Mandal is Brajvasi. Swarup Damodar Goswami, Brajvasi. Understand? And he was the right hand. No one can come Mahaprabhu and can say or recite whatever they want. There was one poet in Jagannath Puri who used to compose beautiful poems. So he wrote something on Mahaprabhu and was very anxious oh, I want to sing this poem in front of Mahaprabhu to please him. But no one is allowed unless Sarup Damodar Goswami's stamp on it that this is bona fide. Because if it's not bona fide, and there's rasabhas means rasabhas? Overlapping of rasas. You understand? Overlapping of rasa means what? How to explain this?
Conflicting moods that don't go together.
Conflicting moods like Vatsalya ras and Madhur ras. They're contrary to each other. Vatsalya means motherly affection, and Madhurya ras means wife's love. Is there any match there? It's totally different directions. They both are mother and wife, they both are women. But relationship is totally different. So there is no match. They are opposite to each other. So if someone say, many people say Radha Mata Ki Jai. This is disturbing. Addressing Radha Rani as mother. It's not true. She is a Sakhi. And everyone address Radha Rani as Sakhi. And even in the eternal abode, in Shri Golok Vrindavan, everyone address each other as Sakhi. When a disciple comes to Golok Vrindavan after getting perfection, he or she is still serving under the guidance of their Gurudev. But their Gurudev is also in a Sakhi form, female form, and the disciple is also female form. How do they address each other? Sakhi. Sakhi means? What Sakhi means?
Like female friend.
Female friend. Sakhi. This is how it works there. So residing in Braj with our mind. But Srila Gurudev used to say, unless you physical reside in Braj, you can't even reside with your mind. That's for sadhakas like us, not for associates. At least for some time, at least once a year. And that's why he was inviting everyone to Kartik Parikrama. Come with me. I'm going to take you all those places of pastime. So at least you get to know what is the mood in Braj. At least 1 month staying there. And then it becomes our meditation when we come back to our respected countries. If anyone who has never even seen Giriraj Govardhan, and if I try to explain, Giriraj Govardhan is like a hill. Then he say, oh yeah, I also saw here, near Sydney Farms, there is also a hill on the way. It's like that? Or it's a big hill? Or what kind of hill? Because he have not or she have not seen with his or her own eyes. So it's very important to first go visit Braj Mandal, stay for some time, 1 time, 2 times, 3 times. Then that scene becomes the object of our meditation in our daily practices. When we are chanting and when we are meditating on something. When we sing peacocks, when we sing cows. And if we are not doing this, then we are not residing in Braj. And if we are not residing in Braj, we cannot do Raganuga Bhakti. Very straight. Shri Raghunath Das Goswami is saying. So even though Mahaprabhu said, wherever sadhus are residing, Vrindavan is there. Because they are creating a mood of Vrindavan wherever they are residing, wherever they are traveling. In other words, they are mobile Vrindavan. They are taking the mood of Vrindavan and they are expressing, speaking, inspiring, encouraging everyone to follow the mood of Vrindavan. That's why Srila Gurudev, wherever he was going, traveling, he was always speaking about what? Vrindavan, Brajavasis. This is all right, but still Mahaprabhu very keenly desired to go Vrindavan. Mahaprabhu was residing in Jagannath Puri. Is Mahaprabhu Brajvasi or not? What a funny question. Radha Krishna combined form. He can stay in Jagannath Puri and his relishing is tasting there in Gambhira. But very keenly he wanted to go Vrindavan. Why? Vrindavan has a special flavor. Vrindavan has a special mood. And only that person can understand who actually go and visit and stay in Vrindavan. Wherever he stayed, Mahaprabhu stayed, he remained absorbed in a meditation of Vrindavan. Even though Mahaprabhu, when he was Jagannath Puri, he was meditating on Vrindavan. Krishna playing on flute and Radharani gopis came to Krishna and they're having Rasli. This is what meditation, Mahaprabhu's meditation in Jagannath Puri. This is his meditation. And if anyone bringing Mahaprabhu back from his meditation, Mahaprabhu get disturbed here. A very important and substantial point, a principle, Srila Bhakti Vigyan Bharati Goswami Maharaj established there. While Mahaprabhu in Gambhira, in his quarters in Jagannath Puri, when he's hearing those beautiful verses by Sarup Damodar Goswami and Ravanand Rai, Mahaprabhu was coming out from Gambhira in midnight. Kabu Singh Dwar Pade, Kabu Sindhu Tire. Sometimes every night he was running out from his Gambhira. And it's so difficult for his associates to find him. So they start putting locks, not 1 or 2, 3, 4, 5 locks. But even then Mahaprabhu was escaping. And where he was being found? Sometimes outside the lion gate of Lord Jagannath. And sometimes in the ocean. And once upon a time Mahaprabhu, he's seeing ocean and saying Jamuna, Jamuna, Kalindi, Chidananda Bhano, Sadananda Suno, Par Prem Patri, Dharma Brahma Gatri. Mahaprabhu is glorifying Jamuna Devi and jumped into the ocean in night. In morning when devotees came to visit Mahaprabhu, he's not there. All the locks opened. Who opened the locks? How he escaped from the Gambhira? No whereabouts. And now search began, all directions. Sarup Damodar Goswami followed the direction of the ocean. Walking by the seashore, he came to the place Bamki Mohana, where we have our temple in Jagannath Puri, that place. And he saw Mahaprabhu is floating. He saw a fisherman who was shouting like a mad person. Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. And Sarup Damodar Goswami was in search of Mahaprabhu and asking, have you seen someone? Hari Bol, Hari Bol, don't go there, don't go there. Hari Bol, Hari Bol. He said, what happened? What's wrong? He said, what can I tell you? Bad luck. I'm a fisherman. My business is to catch fish. I spread out my net and some heavy fish came in my net. I thought today I'm going to get good business. When I pulled out the net to the shore, I saw a big, huge body. It's a ghost body. Moment I touched that body, I don't know what happened to me. Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Just like possessed by a ghost. And Shri Swarup Damodar Goswami gave him a slap. He said, I am exhausted. I know how to take the ghost out from your body. He gave a slap to him. He said, this is very good. You got haunted. And when Swarup Damodar Goswami saw Mahaprabhu, his golden body was totally transformed into white complexion, because all night in the ocean, in the waters, from golden turns to white complexion, and all the joints were opened, big huge body, all joints opened, Mahabhav Prakash, which only Radharani and Mahaprabhu, they taste this. Swarup Damodar Goswami, he saw Mahaprabhu, he called upon devotees, Mahaprabhu is here, perform Sankirtan. They start singing, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Bolo, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. Bolo, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. Bolo, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. Mahaprabhu heard this Sankirtan, and he came back to his conscious state, and he saw devotees around him. Mahaprabhu said, why you all doing kolahal? Kolahal means disturbance. They're chanting Mahamantra, doing Sankirtan. And Mahaprabhu said, this is disturbance. So Srila Maharaj said, Mahaprabhu came to give Mahamantra as a gift to all jivas of Kali Yuga. He's the one who propagated this Sankirtan. Yes? And now he's saying, this is disturbance. What is this? How we can reconcile this? Mahaprabhu is saying Sankirtan as disturbance? Yes. Because in that meditation what Mahaprabhu was in, he said, I was in Vrindavan and was meditating on Krishna. Krishna was playing one flute. Your disturbance dragged me from Vrindavan to Puri, to Nilachal. You created disturbance in my meditation. Is Mahamantra disturbance? Mahaprabhu is saying, Trinadapi suni chena, tarorapi seshuna, amanina manadena, kirtane sadahari. Cheto darpan marjanam, bhava madavagni nirvapanam, Shreya Kervika. I'm forgetting. What is that? Shreya Kervika Chantrika something Vitranam. And then Vidya Vadhu Jivanam. And then Anandam Buddhi Vardhanam. Then Pratipadam Purna Admrita Swadanam. Then Sarvatma Sanapanam. Param Vijayate. Oh, you know better than me. I want to learn from you all the verses. Param Vijayate Krishna Sankirtanam, Shri Krishna Sankirtanam. All glories to that Shri Krishna Sankirtanam. Who's reciting this? Mahaprabhu. But in this situation, when Mahaprabhu is absorbed in that Braj Bhav, he's saying this Mahamantra, this Sankirtan is a disturbance, kolahal. So Srila Maharaj gave a wonderful purport on this. How Mahaprabhu minimized the Sankirtan over his deep meditation in Braj of Radha and Krishna. Something more higher than. Because Bare Bhakta Laya, Antaranga Bhakta Lay Kare Ras Aswadan. With his intimate associates, Mahaprabhu was relishing the moods in while residing in Gambhira. But with his external mood devotees, Mahaprabhu was doing Sankirtan, singing and dancing, who were not able to understand the mood, internal mood of Mahaprabhu. They were not allowed in Gambhira. They were not allowed in that chambers, that quarters where Mahaprabhu was residing. Because then they won't understand what he's doing. You may think a person is mad. He's scratching with his nails, he's scratching the walls, he's rubbing his nose, blood was oozing from his body, he's rolling on the ground, he's weeping and crying. And if an ordinary person will see this, what they will think? He's just off. He's crazy, he's mad. You know? Therefore, those who were not able to understand the mood of Mahaprabhu, with them Mahaprabhu was performing Sankirtan, dancing and singing. But those intimate ones who know very well what's going on, they were allowed in Gambhira to relish this. So, Tishte Braje Anuragi Krishna Smaran Janchasya Preshtam Nij Sahitam Tat Katha Niyata Krishna Smaran Janchasya Preshtam Nij Sahitam Tat Katha Rataso Kurjan Vasam Braje Sadaha. This is instructions given by Rupa Goswami to all of us. What is the meaning? Krishna Smaran Janchasya Preshtam Nij Sahitam. Remembering Shri Krishna under the guidance of his eternal associates, with his dear associates, and by hearing Harikatha from them. What kind of Harikatha? High class, Braj Harikatha, Raganuga Harikatha. This is instruction of Rupa Goswami. How we can cut this? How we can cross this? And if we are saying we are followers of Rupa Goswami, how we can cross this? Tat Katha Ratha Chaso Kurjan Vasam Braje Sadaha. By hearing these pastimes, always reside in Braj. There's an instruction of Shri Rupa Goswami. And if we don't reside in Braj, we are not following the instruction of Rupa Goswami. But what to do? We are working here in different countries. How we can reside in Braj? That's a very important question. And that's very important news. Nowadays, many interesting news going on. But this is a very important news. A very important question. How we can reside in Braj? Physically, I can't go and stay there. Mentally, my mind is not working so well. I'm engrossed in many other dealings. The third option is wherever the devotees who are acquainted with Braj Bhav and they're speaking Braj Bhav, to hear and listen from them. That's equivalent to residing in Braj. But even then, that option is not there. Then how to reside in Braj? Any other option left? Yes. Option is there. When we do Mangal Aarti, we should know the meaning of Mangal Aarti, not just the lyrics. Mangala Shri Guru Gaura Mangala Murati Mangala Shri Radha Krishna Jugala Piriti Mangala Nishanta Leela. Nishanta Leela means the early morning pastimes. Where it happened? Nidhuban. When Radha Krishna, they are together in Nidhuban and they're performing very loving pastimes there. So it's not about Mangal Aarti, it's not just about watching what Pujari is doing, what he or she is doing. It's about residing in Braj. Mayura Shukadi Sari Katapi Karaja. Mayur, peacocks, parrots, cuckoo birds, they are singing, etc. etc. Mangalarti. Then noon arti. Yashomati Nandana Vrajavara Gokula Ranjana Kana Gopi Paranadhana Madana Manohara Kaliya Damana Vidana Amala Harinam Amiya Vilasa Vipina Purandara Navina Nagaravara. This noon arti. Then evening arti. From one domain to other domain. From Shiva Sangam, where this Aarti, where this God Aarti, evening Aarti happens. Shiva Sangam. Jayo, Jayo Gaura Jane Arati Koshobha Janavi Tatavani Jagamanalova. So where this is happening? Shiva Sangam. And what is Shiva Sangam? Ras Thali. Shiva Sangam is known as the arena of Ras, where Mahaprabhu is singing and dancing. So this is equivalent to stay in Braj. So we left with no other option. This is how we have to make our environment and our meditation as Braj, especially while chanting. Especially while chanting. Can go and visit Govardhan, can visit Jamuna, visit temples, and by visiting those places in just 10 minutes you can come back. So this is just one form of residing in Braj. Another level is residing with the Braj moods. What I want to become. Not just one snake or a deer or a peacock in Braj. What I want to become. Yat kinkarishu bhusha khalu kakubani nitya parasa purusha shikhanda mole. Shri Pradhan Saraswati Thakur is saying, I want to become one stick of that broom which is used in cleaning the Kunj of Radharani. Understand? Such high mood. But we are still struggling with our chanting. So whatever chanting more or less, we can still reside in Braj. This is new Gokul Dham. We can reside in Gokul. How? This is new Gokul, the old Gokul. What Krishna did in Gokul? He killed Putana, he killed Shaktasur, Tirnavrat, Agasur, and also he performed naughty pastimes, stealing water, breaking pot, and Dam Bandha Leela. This is Gokul. So from Gokul to new Gokul, and from new Gokul to once a year to Gokul. So I'm extending invitations to all of you. From new Gokul, come to Gokul in Kartik Parikrama. At least once a year. We should come and try to stay and live in Braj for 15 days, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, whatever situations are. To keep reviving that darshans of the scenes of Braj and get the impressions of Braj. That revision, that reviving is very important. And that's why Srila Gurudev said, I did. Gurudev said he did. More than 60 times. Braj Mandal Parikma in his lifetime. 60 years, 70 years. And he was so much keen to invite everyone to Braj. Please come to Braj Parikma. Please come to Braj Parikma. So that you can get residence in Braj and then you can understand what is Raganuga Bhakti. Otherwise, you will be just following simple Vedi Bhakti. Just Vedi Bhakti. And what will get in Vedi Bhakti? Max Vaikuntha, serving Lord in opulence food with so much distance and on reverence. So, bottom line is, it's just about the intent and the moods. If I'm cooking in the kitchen with this mood, oh, this is my duty, I have to do this, then it is a duty. But if you take this as a beauty, not as a duty, because Radharani, every day, she goes from Javat to Nandagaon to cook for Krishna. After she got married to Abhimanyu, she traveled from Javat to Nandagaon to cook for Krishna. 108 ovens. She is cooking so many preps for Krishna. So with this mood, this is Radharani kitchen. And we are offering to Krishna here. I am a maid servant of Radharani, under her guidance and under her supervision. And for her, I am cooking for Krishna. Even this mood is enough by performing any devotional practices. So changing outfits, dressing Radha and Krishna, who does this? In the pastimes? Not here. Who do this? The Sakhis, the maid servants of Radha and Krishna. So with this mood we are decorating or changing outfits that I am maid servant of Radharani. So developing this mood, developing this mood. Gaur Premanande. Sorry I didn't finish the first chapter. We'll continue next time. Hare Krishna.